What are you saying? Because you said you caught the second half in it, but I'm guessing you've gone back and watched the highlights of the first half. Like, what do you reckon? Do you think was we lucky to get a point, or like how are you seeing it?
Do you know what? I was a bit shocked. Do you know what? Not shocked at all. It's Conte, isn't it? Conte's a smart man. He's a smart manager. He knows what he's doing. He really, I think he exposed Liverpool. One of the first times you've seen Liverpool like properly exposed in a long time. And you man just didn't back down. No, but in terms of like you're seeing Tottenham create like that second half.
No, I'm not saying
chance after chance.
I'm not saying. My point is, we've been exposed like that hell of times this season, man. Like they
but consistently,
the against them.
Yeah. I hear that. But consistently, in terms of like getting exposed time and time again, Liverpool did not back down. You didn't back down from your style of play, from the way you wanted to defend, and the way Klopp wants you to defend, and you just carried on going, bro. You were like, "No, we'll go higher, fam. We'll push you."
Bro,
like,
when I'm seeing flipping Tyler Morton just in the midfield on his ones, bro, I was like, Don, I feel sorry for you, innit? Like that's not really the kind of I think that's the first Premier League start. He had a sub appearance before that, but that's a baptism of fire, man. Like you're chasing Son back and goal. Harry Kane's doing Harry Kane things, and like it. I felt sorry for him, innit? I think he lasted to like 59 minutes. I was like, bro, like today's not your day, innit? And it's not the day for trying out new kids and all that. But
do you know what? Apparently he got taken off the pitch because he was on a yellow card. It wasn't even because he was out of his depth. Klopp just
I'm telling you right now,
to play next week if he gets a second yellow, I'm fucked.
Listen, bro. That weren't tactical. I mean, it was tactical. That was nothing to do with. Obviously, he got the booking in it, but he weren't having a good game. But I can't really give him too much corn. He's a young buck. Like I said, baptism of fire. Had a couple great performances for us already. Like that was not the game for him to be coming into. But listen, COVID is what it is. We have to just ride with the punches.
But yeah, man. Sorry.
Points from the match. Yeah, what are you saying?
Sorry, to answer the question. So lucky to get a point. Coupled with everything, those first 15, 20 minutes of the second half, how Tottenham didn't get a goal, how Harry Kane didn't leave with the match ball at the end of that match, I will never, ever know. And then secondly, after Robertson got the red card as well, he still managed to hold on for a point. I think you're extremely lucky. I think overall that second half, you didn't deserve anything more than a point. But bear in mind, I only saw the second half as well.
It's hard, isn't it? Because like the refereeing decisions, which we spoke about on the screamers and howlers, we don't need to go into that too much. But that kind of skews how you look at the game a little bit, because if Kane goes off in the 20th minute, flipping Jota gets the penalty, we could be looking like a 3-1, 4-1 victory. But so it's hard to kind of like separate the two. But if you're looking at just chance for chances, yeah. Dele Alli, I'm sorry, you got to square that ball properly to Kane. Like, I don't know what you were on right there. The Alisson save, great save, mad save. But again, you can't really be giving the keeper a chance. Like he put it where Alisson already dived. Alisson committed to his left-hand side, and he just put it there. Like Son had a couple chances too. I think if I'm a Spurs fan, I'm looking to get 3 points out of that game.
100%.
In hindsight, for us, yeah, 10 men with our team as well. We had no spine, no Hendo, no Fabinho, no Virgil, no Thiago. Like that's our spine right there, isn't it? All things considered, it's hard though, bro, because like if you look at the incidents in the game, they were definitely in Tottenham's favor, in it. Like the penalty, I'm sorry, Emerson Royale, that's stone cold penalty right there. I don't care what you're saying. Kane's got if Robbo's going, Kane's got to go too. So you're looking at it like a bit differently from that point. But what are you saying? I still
don't think that Robertson goal should have counted. I know it's second phase or whatever, but I think that's directly impacted the goal from happening from Trent getting the ball from Lloris. For me, that shouldn't count, and they need to look at their phases, isn't it? Because that's not a phase. It's not a second phase just because the goalie touched the ball, bruv. It directly impacted the way the goalie.
Thing is, yeah, it was kind of like a head.
If I bang the ball,
it was like a head and a hand. It wasn't like he didn't lead with his hand, did it? Like the ball his hand was tucked in. If his hand
wasn't like that. It was like this. It was like this. It was going past him, bro.
Nah, bro. No. We need to get receipts up for this because that's a wild claim, bro. If his hand weren't there,
he tries to header it like that.
Bro, you know he's got an afro as well. Like, it's all looking a bit like.
You're reaching now. I said the afro.
For me, you look at how the phase went on afterwards. It came back out to Trent. Trent played. I swear to God, I think that might be the ball. Like, bro, this guy, yeah, I can't speak highly enough for this guy right now. Like, Trent is anyway, but. For that one,
Robertson didn't have to move either. His head, he could have just stood there and just hit his head and in.
Listen, Trent knows already that Robertson's not really the greatest finisher like that. He looks a bit weird sometimes when he's trying to finish off a move. So he literally put it on his head. He just said, "Robert, stay there." It will go in, and it went in. But listen, they got Spurs. I think we caught life in terms of chances. Spurs caught life in terms of flipping the referee decisions. But let's just talk about. Oh, we got a little comment coming in. Let's just talk about also like. Dele Alli, obviously, I'm sure he definitely is reading our posts in the week because he turned up kind of in the game, saw a little bit more from him than we normally do.
Jesus Christ.
Yeah. What's
you read it?
Bro, I ain't got my glasses. You have to read this out, you know?
Don't know why there's all this talk about Kane's tackle. Upside down smiley face. Everybody should know by now that Kane is the brainless gammon poster child of the FA, fam.
Wait, Stu.
Immune to a cards, fam. Like, my man Stu came with the fire, bruv.
What are you telling me, man? Stu,
man's on smoke. That's hilarious, bro.
I couldn't agree with that anymore, bro. And there's another one coming in right now. Oh, there we go. Yeah, 100. I think that Dele charge, like we said, he shouldn't be giving Alisson any hope in hell saving that. Any hope in hell. Like,
we need to stop calling Dele. We also need to stop calling Dele Alli, bruv. He's little Dele, bruv. Young Dele.
Little
Do you know what I mean? He's well, you see, what's he doing with his hair, fam? I'm sorry, I forgot to mention this in Screamers. Bruv, my man looked like fucking you look like Lil Pump or like some who's like the UFC fighter?
That's a Lil Pump, you know.
Sean O'Malley, the UFC fighter, bro. Anyway, Lil Dele, bruv. You need to focus on your football.
The head top's mad.
And it's all fake. It's not. Those ain't real dreads, bruv. As well, man's skipping them in and out of the game. After the game.
Focus on Lapioche if we want to talk about extensions. Yeah, he should be doing contract extension. Never mind hair extension.
His hair's done, bro. Man's got short.
3 hairstyles in a week. Yeah, listen that.
What is this also, Graham? Yeah, listen. What are you talking about? He's back. First of all, he's back from Dubai. He got that little auntie trim. Remember, we were talking about this at the time.
Explain it. Yeah.
We spoke about this. He looked like an auntie from Peckham. He got that auntie trim, bro. That little red, little sort of burgundy. Yeah, literally, bruv. Auntie Pogba, bruv. Auntie Pogs. That one. No, look, there's a different trims. As soon as someone puts it up online, it's suddenly like, Pogba's got another trim. He's got another trim.
It's like the Kimpembe thing, isn't it? The Kimpembe thing, everyone's like, oh, man, got extension. It could have just been from like a couple months ago still, but listen, that's funny. That's proper funny.
Yeah. Can you imagine the nick of Jim White and Simon Jordan if I hit them up with that first comment on TalkSport? Word. Hey, bruv,
Stu, big up yourself, you know. Whoever you asked, big up yourself. I was coming in the comments right now. But
make sure you're subscribing as well, brother. We want to make sure you're on every single stream, my brother. Anyway, man, I think Dele Alli, bruv. I was close to giving him screamer. If he bagged that goal, that was one of the first times I've seen Dele Alli look like he's close to seeing those signs of those shoots of recovery of like an actual player being in there still, but. He goes and fluffs his lines, looks to try to make the contact with
that penalty as well, that little dive, dead.
And then you go and score afterwards. Like it's classic Dele Alli right now. And then on Harry Kane, I hear what you're saying as well. I think the finish though for the first goal is vintage Harry Kane. Harry Kane. I think Ibrahim Konate gets exposed a little bit. A bit of his naivety doesn't really. He should be close. He should be super close to words to you. But Konate should be a lot closer to Harry Kane. Yeah, very close to your heart, isn't it, Ishmael?
Trust.
But no, I think Konate got exposed a little bit for his naivety. But Harry Kane, that finish for me, man, the way he finds space, and just. Clinical, like we haven't seen that Harry Kane on I think all season really. That was like signs of Harry Kane returning to Harry Kane, clocking that he's not going to be able to get that move to Man City in the end. So I hear that, but I think he's showing signs of coming back.
I hope you stay at Spurs for the rest of your career in it. So
that's what he deserves, fam.
You can hold that, fam. You can hold that. Bro, I don't know, man. I think I'm not too upset with the point in it. If you look at obviously the COVID issues, the fact that we went down to 10 men as well. I think for like the last 15 minutes. I think that red card was like 75th minute. So like
74th, I think. Yeah.
And also like City are not too far ahead now. Like, and the goal difference as well is a big thing. Like it's level and it's not like they're clear of us in goal difference. They've got a couple. I don't even know what their fixtures are. You know what? I'm gonna get their fixtures up just while we're here.
I always feel like they're playing Newcastle and Norwich though. Don't you think? They're always playing shit teams. I swear. I want to double check that they're playing all the teams twice. Sometimes it doesn't feel like
you know what? True said, they ain't really got many fans like that. So there's no one really to be keeping tabs on.
Double checking, yeah.
Oh,
we got Norwich again this week. Oh shit, and Newcastle again the week after. Like,
so the next few games. So they got Leicester. They got Leicester on Boxing Day, Brentford away, Arsenal away, Chelsea at home. So listen, the comeback could be on in it. The comeback could be on. Like
City are just clicking into gear, bro. That's what's scary, bro. They're just starting to click into gear.
It's peaking it. Like before we get on to the next question, do you like in your heart of hearts now you obviously know that United are not going to win the title. What you say? What you saying? That Chelsea, are City just going to run away with it now, or?
No, I mean we're only if we win our games in hand, we're only 11 points off City. So
bro, let's we've been there before, man. We like for the real ride or die win and winnable fans. You'll know that pretty much this time last year, Moses was trying to run up his campaign of 21 and 21 and all of that shit. You man ended up not even in the title race really at all. Like.
No, we were the closest. I think it was a lot closer than that. It was like with Mourinho. I think we were only like 11 points, 10 points.
Yeah, the Mourinho one was like 25 points, isn't it? Because they finished on 100.
That's 18, 19, something like that. But no, I think this. Look, we're out of the title race. But look, right now, if we win our games in hand, we're only 8 points off Liverpool. I think we're like 5 points off Chelsea. Look, that's what I'm talking about. I want to make sure that we're in by the end of the year. I want to make sure that we're within striking distance of not striking distance because that's 3 points away, but like close enough to Chelsea, Liverpool that where we could be like, okay, there's something to fight for. The funniest bit. So another comment from Stu MC, Stu Muck, I'm guessing. The funniest bit is the Poundland Griezmann with the Harrods price tag. His stats are weak and his chance creation were quite clearly shots from obscure angles or looping headers from set plays. Who's he talking about?
Yo, Stu, you wanna jump on it? You wanna jump, fam? These bars, yeah, you can be admin for us if you want. I'm feeling this. Man said Poundland Griezmann.
Well, who's he talking about though? Well, clearly shots from obscure angles. Oh, what? And it.
Italian Greenwood, Saka. Yeah, trust.
Best believe it goes in that order as well. Greenwood first. Hey. But no, Stu, who are you talking about? Who's the Poundland Griezmann with the Harrods price tag? Green.
Wait, no. Jollof. Wait.
No. Facts. Griezmann.
He's flopping in it. It's not going well with it. It's not going well with it. Jollof Jack's.
Brother, he was meant to, apparently he came out as well and said he was meant to go to Man United the season before, but it never happened.
That's when they gave him the 100 million. I see that recently.
Imagine we got him instead of Donny. Like Ollie wanted Grealish, but yeah. Anyway.
That was a random starting, isn't it? That got patterned behind his back, the Donny thing. But listen, let's leave the Liverpool game in it. For me, yeah, like I said, I'll just reiterate what I'm saying. That's not a bad point. Yeah. It's not a bad point. Like we could have lost that game easily. I think if we play another team, another top 6 team apart from Spurs, we probably lose that in it. Just Spurs, the Spursiness kind of kicked in towards the end. Like you've seen them fluff charts, so they shouldn't really be fluffing. The goals they conceded as well, they'll probably be kind of disappointed with that. Oh, I should have given Jota my flipping Screamer of the Week. This guy in the air, not just Jota's aerial ability deserved to be Screamer of the Week. Like, bro, this guy's not even 5'10", man.
Do you know what? That's
5'10".
I should have given a little Deli a fucking or what's it called? Screamer. I saw a picture of him trying to jump up. I sent it to you earlier. Go through our text.
Yeah.
I saw a picture of him trying to jump up for a header against Jota. Bro, my man's barely off the ground and Jota's like soaring like a salmon.
The leap is mad, bro.
Ishmael, but before we move, change the question. I would love to get your thoughts on the 2 managers, specifically Klopp's comments after the game and Conte's, and the way Conte got that Spurs team to perform. So I was quite impressed with Spurs.
If there's one thing I don't really like that Klopp does, isn't it? Like just whenever he talks about teams like parking and bus or like getting like defended, like bro, we're like probably the best attacking team in Europe, innit? Like when we're fully patterned, I'd say we're better than City, because I think City's way of playing is like they'll suffocate you in it, but us is just mad. We'll have you just doing mad stuff. You won't even see
5,
like
6, 7.
Bro, you won't even see the licks coming, but then there'll be 2 goals before you even know it. So I think when teams set up against us and defend, I'm just like, yo, you got to try and win in it. I don't really have a problem with that. And I think this season, we've been much better at breaking down low blocks. Like, there's not really, we've scored in every game. I think we've scored at least 2 goals in every game apart from the Chelsea one. So that's not really a problem. But I think for me, Conte, like, bro, you done your thing. He could even have got Screamer of the Week because he set Spurs up how you should be setting up against Liverpool, innit? And obviously with Kane and Son up front. Bro, what are you expecting them to do? Have
realistically, there's not
ball in midfield, like.
There's not much more he could do. There's not much more Conte could do to set up that team to win. Like he set them up perfectly. They created enough chances. The substitutions worked well. Lucas Moura caused problems for Trent when he came on. I was really impressed with Conte. It's the first time I've seen him. He likes these big games as well. He don't want to be playing Norwich. You don't want to be playing them dead teams, Brightons and shit.
Hey,
like
bro,
that.
I swear to God,
he wants the big games.
They threw in the towel that Conference League. I swear down. Like they did not want. Conte did not want to be playing.
They didn't turn up, bro.
You saw what he done for Chelsea. You saw what he done for Chelsea when they had no European football. Man came in, league title, done. Fucked off like the 18 months later. Like I think he can. They're not going to win the league this season, obviously, but I think now, especially with the January window as well, he'll get his little players in. You'll see a few of them man like being fit, like Lo Celso and them man there will get phased out. I think Spurs, especially for you, bro, you should be looking over your shoulder right now. Well, you're not even in the top 4 yet, but you should be really. I would be concerned about the North London teams right now.